The title is Stephen Covey Saved My Life. Stephen Covey Saved My Life. Let's welcome Yolanda M, Johnson-Bryant.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Hudson's going to hate me after this, but... Hello, Bryant Consulting. This is Yolanda Johnson-Bryant. How can I help you? Oh, Mr. Jones. Yes, I have that proposal right here. 1 second. I'm going to put you on speakerphone. Okay. Where is his proposal? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I can't find it. Mr. Jones, 1 second. I'll be right with you. I can't find it. Oh, my God. Mr. Jones? Mr. Jones? Oh, man, he hung up. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests, many of us in here are entrepreneurs. And as entrepreneurs, we have to have some sort of organizational skills. We have to have a key for saving our receipts, our client files, and anything else we may need, especially when it comes to tax time. If you don't have this in place, you can lose receipts, again, client files, actual clients, and ultimately, money. Now, this was me when I first started my own business almost 20 years ago. I was very disorganized, but I got the pleasure of attending a Stephen Covey seminar. And I purchased the book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Thank you. And I have to tell you, that book changed my life. Now, I'm going to share with you the 7 habits of highly effective people. The first one is being proactive. Now, first, how many of you know who Stephen Covey is? How many of you don't know who Stephen Covey is?
Oh, I don't.
Really? Stephen Covey was a businessman, an author, a keynote speaker who wrote these 7 habits of highly effective people in other leadership books, who recently passed away this summer. Yeah. Well, the first one is being proactive. If you don't get out and do something, it's not going to get done. You can't sit around and wait for something to come to you and happen. You have to go out and make it happen. And that's especially true with entrepreneurs. If you're working for a large corporation, someone at the top has already done something for you. You just have to do the work they give you. As an entrepreneur, we have to go out and look for business. The second one is begin with an end in mind. And what this means is, and I'll use my analogy since I'm a writer, if you were writing a book and you just started at the beginning, that's good to start writing because that's the first key to start to get words on paper. But if you don't know where you're going to end up, you could be writing forever because you have no place to stop. You can keep. When I first started my first book, the first one stemmed 5 manuscripts that are still not finished. So what I did was I took one of those and I put an ending to it, and I worked my way, and that's how I got to my finished product. The third one is put first things first. And I had a problem with this. Everybody would call me. Everybody knows, or who doesn't know, my name is that literary lady all across the country, basically. I got that when I was living in San Diego. So people would call me, that literary lady, can you do this? Oh, yeah, I'll do this. But I had this to do. Someone else would call me, can you do that? Yes, but I had this to do. So I didn't prioritize the things that I had to do. And it then got me all jumbled up. I ended up losing clients, and I just really, really was down because it was not working for me before I was not organized. Jesus, I'm nervous. The fourth one is think win-win. As an entrepreneur, and Brian here has said it several times in our conversations, you can't do things by yourself. So collaborate with people with like minds who have the same idea in mind or the same projects they're working on. Collaborate with them. But while you're collaborating with them, make sure it's something that's going to work for you and something that's going to work for them. Win-win solutions are always best. If you're looking at just one person winning, the other person's going to be resentful, and there's no telling what will happen after that. 5 is seek first to understand. And then be understood. And what that means is, if we're having a conversation, I want to make sure that I understood what you said. And then once I'm sure that you understood what I said, I want to make sure that you understood what I said. And then I want to clarify that you understood what I said. The 6th one is synergize. This goes back to number 4. Work with people, collaborate, find out what people do. Don't just stick in your own circle. This is what networking is about. You go to a networking event, and you never know who's in that crowd. You may look at that person, and you may think, oh, that person's a dry cleaner. I'm in computers. We have nothing in common. Well, do you wear suits to work? Does your wife wear suits to work? You work with people, and you collaborate with people. So you synergize. Number 7, which is the last one, is sharpen the saw. Mm-hmm. How many know what this one means?
Mm-hmm. Get your rest.
Get your rest.
Work out.
Exactly. Re-energize your body. Re-energize your mind. Make sure you have a mission statement, so you'll know what you're about, so that you're not all over the place. Mm-hmm. So re-energize yourself. Follow these 7 steps, and I believe that if you follow these steps with the organization of a Frankly Covey binder, you too will be organized. And that is how Stephen Covey saved my life.